On occasion, individuals have asked me, why lavender? Where does that come from? And on occasion, I have resorted to the simple response, it's the color you get when you mix pink, the color associated with girls, and baby blue, the color associated with boys. I'll admit that such a response is a conversation ender that does not begin to address the always complicated task of understanding language as it references gender and sexuality. A fuller understanding of a word or phrase might best come from an examination of its usage. Two examples for lavender come to my mind immediately. The lavender scare, associated with McCarthyism in the 1950s, when homosexuals were actively pursued and summarily dismissed from U.S. government positions and jobs in higher education, especially in Florida. The lavender menace, Betty Friedan's phrase when she worried aloud that the participation of lesbians might discredit the National Organization for Women. A quick check of standard reference tools shows that the use of lavender for such meanings arises in the U.S. culture in the 1920s and 30s. For example, Cole Porter's song, I'm a Gigolo, includes the phrase, I'm a famous gigolo, and of lavender, my nature's got just a dash in it. In the 1935 work Underworld Speaks, Alban J. Pollock defines streak of lavender as an effeminate man, a sissy. One of my favorites is the 1941 publication Sex Variants, where we find there are said to be 7 recognized stages of homosexuality, from gaga to the deeper tones of lavender. None of these usages seem to be particularly flattering. But just like other words and symbols, this too has been reclaimed in acts of empowerment. Thus, Lavender Magazine, a publication for GLBT communities in Minnesota, and the annual Lavender Languages and Linguistics Conference held at American University, now entering its 20th year. Lavender graduation is an act of claiming our place and our history here at the University of Maryland, and it is fitting that this act should focus on our students who have led the way for over 40 years. Indeed, 2012 is the 40th anniversary of the lawsuit Bovello v. Kaplan et al. In 1971, the then Board of Regents attempted to deny the Student Homophile Association any funding from the Student Government Association, thus denying any official recognition of such a group. The students fought back, and with the assistance of the American Civil Liberties Union, brought suit in federal court against the Board of Regents. The decision handing our students a decisive victory was handed down in 1972 and easily survived attempts at appeal. Through their achievements, our students continue to assert their rightful place on this campus, and they ensure a presence for LGBTQA students in generations to come. And hopefully we've learned a few lessons from 1972. And with a record number of participants in Lavender graduation, this class is no exception. In your program, under Campus Involvements, Leadership, and Awards, you will find examples of these achievements, and these are only examples and should not be seen as an exhaustive listing of our students' accomplishments. Indulge me as I give a few shout-outs. Would those who have participated with Speakers Bureau, our LGBT peer education program, please stand up? Jamie, Greg, Kelly, Cara, Amy, Anjali, Kristala, and Fee. We have many LGBTQ student organizations, including the Pride Alliance, oSTEM out in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and Hamsa. And we have several LGBTQ discussion groups, including Safe Space, True Colors of Maryland, Women to Women, Trans U, Bisexuals at Maryland, Queer Straight Alliance, and Bro to Bro. Would our leaders of LGBTQ student organizations and discussion groups please stand? Emily, Spencer, Foster, Soon, Shane, Andrew, AJ, Fee. And we have students who are critical to the success of the LGBT Equity Center and to the One Project, a joint program of the Center and Orientation. Would those students please stand? Vinny, Hannah, and Kristala. My apologies if I have failed to mention a category of meaningful contributions. These are merely 3 among many. And on that note, let us proceed to recognize our graduates one by one. I have already apologized in advance if I somehow mispronounce some of these names. I did practice. Even so. And thank you to some of the students who gave me some helpful hints. So, with a record number, we're going to try and be very efficient this year. We do want to give you the opportunity to say a couple of words. It's not a requirement, but we would like to hear your thoughts in this moment. When you came in, you were given a card with your name on it and a number. I would ask all of our graduates to join me over here in this part of the room. And if you can get yourself in order, that would be super helpful.